and things like that.
Yeah.
My mom caught my dad straight up.
Right.
You know, and I know that my uncles got straight busted.
Right.
You know, my uncles and my dad were like notorious. My
Right.
grandfather was notorious.
Oh, so you come from a long line of men cheating.
Man.
So hold on. Well, the question would be, knowing that you know that now, and you know that what men do you still want to get married?
I was married before, and I don't think my husband cheated. My issues with my husband were
Other stuff,
other things
outside of that, yeah.
Right.
than cheating. I don't think he cheated.
So,
And the last relationship I had,
Right.
I don't think the man cheated. There were other issues.
let me ask you this question though. So you did say it's different levels of cheating. I feel like it's 5 different levels.
Okay, let me hear your 5 levels.
I always say it's 5 different levels. My 5 different levels of cheating is, first is mentally. I think mentally it's a level of cheating right there. I think emotionally, second. I think physically is third. I think financially is fourth. And then fifth is spirituality. And what I mean by all that, mental cheating is like when you get to the I care stage about somebody. You texting them, you sneaking them. You know what I mean? You doing anything that you know.
Extra.
The
Extra shit you doing, yeah.
The communication
That's how you
factor.
get caught. Everything you name is how you get caught, basically.
That's right. So there's the communication factor on it. The emotional is when you build up some form of love, you know, feelings and stuff like that for somebody. A lot of people think physical cheating is sex. It's not always about sex. It's like going to see somebody, the presence and all that, and you know you're not supposed to be around that person and stuff like that. Financially, it's hiding finances. So I know women is taught like basically like you should never have all your eggs in one basket. So that means like you should never tell like a man that where all your money coming in at. But I feel like if we in a relationship or we married, I feel like more about marriage. I think relationship is a little different, but more marriage. If we married and we say, hey, this is all the money going to this pot. So I'm putting all my checks in this pot, but you putting half of your checks there, but you got another half going to a different account and stuff like that for a rainy day. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think that's a form of like, cause that's a form of cheating right there. And then spirituality is anything that y'all believe in. So for example, if you say like, hey, we going on a fast, and like while you at work and stuff like that, you over sneaking candy bars and all this extra stuff. But I'm thinking we on a 10-day, 15-day fast, whatever. It's something like, you know, we doing to cleanse our spirit. You know, anything like we feel like we want to believe in, that we strong and passionate about. And then you basically being deceptive behind it. So I think anything that you feel like you have to hide or be, you know, that your partner wouldn't find, you know, something that you feel like that should be something that you have to hide, whatnot. I think that's all forms of cheating, basically.
Well, see, now this is the way I look at it, Nina. I'm with the movement of you supposed to cheat. And the reason I say you supposed to cheat is that why would you give somebody your all who has a bad attitude? Why would you give somebody your all who can leave you when they feel like it or they want to work on themselves? Like the dude with Keke Palmer, old boy, whatever. If he was cheating and had other chicks, he wouldn't be mad at her, trust me. But since he ain't got nobody, he focused on her. Now he in his feelings. Because he wrong for going online and talking about what she had on. But if he got other chicks, he got other stuff going on, and he was in shape too. That's another thing. If he was in the gym, none of that would have happened. Because I'd have got my son, I'd have gotten a Ferrari, and rolled down Rodale with my son in the back of my shirt off with lotion on, shining.
But who is
who
is he though?
I don't know.
I think it's because she's a celebrity though.
No, I'm saying, but the dude is so weak for that. Because like
that was a female move.
No, that was gay. That was gay. That's called what it is. That's
move.
because if he had some homeboy, they should call like nigga. That was super gay.
But you know, in modern day society.
But no, I'm just saying though. But if he had chicks though, I ain't talking about one side chick. I mean like 5 of them.
No, I see.
He wouldn't been watching the show with her and Usher begin with.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. Why you said you supposed to cheat?
Yes, you supposed to. Yes. God made us this way. Just saying. So they want to blame something. They got to blame him.
No. God didn't make us that way.
I'm just not y'all. See, he put hypergamy. I'm saying the word wrong. Hypergamy. I know I'm probably saying it wrong. Where y'all want a man either equal to you or better. You know that, right? He didn't put that in us. So it's things in us that he put in us that either we could shut it down or use. Do you agree to that?
What? Where in the Bible does it say that?
It's in every woman DNA. You can look it up on the phone anywhere.
To be fruitful.
It's anywhere.
It do say to be fruitful though, in the Bible.
And we're primal animals.
We say that.
We not emotional like that. That's why things is like that. So you supposed to cheat. Like It has to happen so you get rid of it, so you won't do it no more. It's just the way it works.
That is so not biblical. You cannot convince me that is biblical.
That you supposed to cheat,
Yeah.
or that in a man to be with a lot of women.
Either of those.
For centuries, men have been with a lot of women. You agree to that, right? Like dudes have
Yes,
had a lot of
but you
harems
can't
and a lot of
convince me that
wives,
that's
right?
biblical.
Why do you think a man back in the day had 7 wives? Then where do you think he got that from?
That's not biblical.
I know, but where do you think he got it from?
I don't know where that came from, but that's not.
Well,
biblical.
I think
He got to get it from the Bible, man. That's the only place people talk about it in there.
it's only in America though.
No, that shit started in Europe.
No, I
Then
mean,
it came over.
no,
Are you talking about cheating? with
No,
them?
I'm saying like being with one person. If you look,
Yeah,
at
that's her. Yeah, that's her.
That's an
Yeah.
American kind of terminology
Yeah.
because if you go to any other like overseas or any other like style of like religion or race, they believe in multiple wives.
Yeah,
Africa,
Hebrew.
what you have multiple wives.
Africa.
India, what you have multiple wives.
Yeah, where you from?
That's
You don't believe none of that.
that's not biblical though.
So what is it then?
That came out of how living had to happen because so it was natural
To have more than one woman.
to have more than, because when the man went out to do
Whatever.
the working,
Yeah, get money basically.
right, to get money, women stayed in when you went into the Hebrew
Yeah,
times, like
yeah.
we were talking about, women stayed at home and did like
Cook and
producing
clean
weed,
and all, yeah.
producing
domestic
weed
work,
and all of
yeah,
those
domestic work.
wheat, not weed, wheat,
Yeah,
wheat.
Right.
They had weed in the garden.
When
eating.
they were producing wheat and producing gardening
Yeah.
and all of those things, it became natural because they were all working. And then if your husband died, the brother had to take on, and if they already had a wife, how does that work? They had to take on.
So, yeah.
yeah, they
had
absorb
to-
it.
I
They
said,
absorb it.
thank you. You asked my question for me. That's how it's supposed to be.
But I mean, back in like barbarian times, like basically how you as a man and you show like strength and like royalty is by how you conquer things, land,
Yeah.
women,
Right.
and
Well,
you was
women
rich.
were considered property back then.
Yeah, they
But you
really
was
were.
also like
were.
rich by how many sons you have. As an average woman, let's say, I seen some bizarre thing. You can see women have up to about 10, 12 kids, you know. But the average woman nowadays have what, 3 to 5 kids, right?
I'd say the average woman got 3 kids. I would agree to that.
Yeah,
What you think? What's the average woman got? About 3 kids?
About 3
Probably.
kids that
Yeah.
you're gonna conceive. You probably have a couple, maybe, unfortunately,
For me, thank God, 2 was enough.
Yeah,
I
you
had
know.
2 boys.
right. But see,
Yeah, I'm the only girl in my family.
right.
Wow.
And so as a man, like, you have to keep your your legacy alive by your
We're all-
sons, because once
We're
you
all
die,
boy makers in my family.
that's what's up though. But once you die off, your name die off if you have a daughter, because if she get married,
It changes.
it changes the name.
My dad's extremely powerful because his name is all throughout our family.
And that's his legacy, though.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm saying. So you live through your legacy, and how you live through your legacy is by spreading. And I hate to say this, but spreading your seed throughout the world.
And where did we get it from? The man knows.
I think it's more.
It's right there in your face.
I think it's more a mentality, though. I don't know if it's more because we would like. Cause this is another question I have for you too. That's why I wanted to say that the answer for that part, though, that question. So I'm gonna skip over that, but I do want to touch on the Keke Palmer thing first.
Man.
I do think it was a weak move for him, though.
Yeah,
I think it was a super
yeah,
weak move, but that's
yeah.
bring us back to today's society, though, man. Like a lot of people.
Well, you know what?
roses
What time
change.
out, Joe? We had to go back to Will Smith then.
Will was a weak move.
No, I'm saying we can go through a gang of cats who have did whole shit like that where they woman did something instead of talking to her as a man, like, hey, sweetie, we need to talk about this. They went and told somebody else. Dude's been doing that for years. It's just now everybody got a phone and can record, and everybody got a platform
But
to
I
talk.
think it's different. The Will thing is more standing on your woman honor. That situation, he's speaking on her, talking about well, you not being a mother, or almost like being saying like you're not being ladylike almost.
I mean, she was being ladylike. I mean, that's true.
I mean, but weren't addressed. I think something like that because it was like I think it was like one awards or a party or something.
But
like that.
it's a catch that because if she was shaped funny, would she still wear that same dress?
I believe she would.
No, she wouldn't.
I believe she would have worn now. In this
You
society.
tell me she ain't got no booty. She gonna show her dress no ass off.
I believe she would.
This dude, man.
Well, I mean, we can even go back to it was the same thing with
Sierra.
the Sierra
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
You know, I made a comment to somebody that it's interesting that if Beyonce would have worn the same thing, nobody would have said anything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, Rihanna been wearing stuff like that since day one.
Nah, well, we're older than you. This shit go back to Madonna at MTV.
Yeah, Madonna
Awards.
shit.
With her breasts
J-Lo.
and J-Lo and shit.
J-Lo
Janet
had
Jackson.
that green dress
Right.
on.
Janet
So
Jackson
this-
with the nipples.
Yeah, shit been going on for years. Whatever. It's just to see a dude
It's
say what he said, I think that would rub a lot of women wrong because of stuff he said behind it. Have you just said, wow, boo, that's one hell of a dress and left it alone? And then talked to her, he got home, but he went as far as saying that she not a mom.
I don't think he should have went
That's
public
where he
with
tripped at. He should have said all that.
Yeah.
He should have went public.
I agree.
He should have
I
went public.
agree.
Some stuff,
Yeah.
some stuff like you said
I
before,
agree.
is behind closed doors.
But see,
I
if he
agree.
was cheating, he wouldn't have did
I think
that.
he still
though.
would have.
I'll
He
give
still
you
would have
all-
did
I'll
it.
give
No.
you all an
No
I'm gonna
example.
tell
way.
you why. I'm gonna
I'll
tell
give
you
you
why.
all an example. I don't know if you all know this or realize this. I'm a preacher
Okay.
as well. So I went to church one day,
Okay.
and I had on this dress that kind of rides up a little bit with some knee-high boots.
Understandable.
And the dress rides up a little bit above the knee-high boots. And
Okay.
it was about that much of my leg.
Like an
showing.
inch almost.
I'm serious. About that much of
That's
my
half
leg.
an inch.
Okay.
About
Yeah.
an inch.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
About an inch.
Okay.
And one of the mothers in the church said, baby, and I was married at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the mothers in the church said, baby, you should have worn pantyhose with that
Oh,
dress.
the things, the pull up thing, really?
Yes. So she said that to me. And I said, well, you know,
one of the
when I
roles.
pulled
Right.
the dress, because when I stood up, I forgot to pull the dress
Right.
down a little bit.
Wow,
And-
they watching you like that?
Yes, that happens.
That's the biggest
So
community,
wait.
the elders.
So wait.
Yeah.
So I just smiled. I started to say something, but I just smiled.
Right.
And before I could say something,
Mm-hmm.
one of the other mothers said, well, she walked out the house, her husband saw what she had on.
Right.
And if he didn't say anything, if he liked it, you should love it.
Mm.
I mean, that's true though.
And I just smiled and I said, I didn't say a word, and I said thank you, and that was it.
Right.
And I walked away.
Right.
And I said to myself, sometimes God will fight battles for us that we need not fight. If we
Right.
be still.
Right.
And it made me think about it, and it was true. Sometimes we don't need to fight the battle. God will take care of it for us.
He will.
And that was him doing it.
Right.
I didn't need to say a word because I was getting ready to rise up and say, well, I'm a preacher. You don't need to tell me how to dress.
Oh,
This
man.
was this much skin showing. If this much skin gonna make somebody get aroused, then they was aroused before that.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Because that was my leg, and it wasn't like I was showing my breast or
Your butt or something.
Something in a
anything
sexual
else.
way, yeah. I
It was
understand.
just my leg.
Right.
But I laughed and said, look at God. What God will do if we be still and let him fight the battle.
Right.
But, not to bring necessarily God into it, but that was a situation inside
I
of
definitely
the
understand.
church that it was like, lady, please, you just want something to say.
But that's the black community, though. They just want something to say. Because if their daughter had that outfit on, they would say the same thing.
I don't think it's just a black community thing.
Shit,
though.
that only people. White people ain't saying nothing about us.
No, she's saying. I'm looking at it more of a. Bigger
No, I'm
story.
talking with Keke outfit on, not
Oh,
what she
oh,
have
I
on.
thought
No,
you was talking
no.
about that.
That's a church thing. I'm
Yeah,
trying
that
to
was
be
church.
weird.
That was a church
No,
thing.
what I'm saying is that if that was their daughter, I always ask females that question, bro,
Right.
as you get older. What would you do if that was your daughter or your son? They gonna change their answer all the time.
I think
So if your
what-
daughter got that same
yeah.
outfit on with her ass out, you gonna call your daughter like, why your butt out? You
But
got
know
a daughter,
what's
don't you? Did you
no,
see the outfit?
I have 2 sons. But
You
know
saw
what's
your son
crazy?
wife like that.
But
what would
what's
you say?
crazy? My daddy was crazy. Is crazy still to this day. My daddy, I couldn't walk out the house grown with a baby, and still couldn't walk out the house with anything.
There you go.
Like
Upbringing.
I still. This right here is open. I walked out the house today pinning it,
He probably would
and
have.
I'm 52 years old.
Well, see, back in them days.
Because I'm still thinking about how my
But you was
daddy
taught,
is.
but that's what you were taught though.
Well, back in them days, you had Big Mama.
I
It's
still
big-
wear a slip
Right.
underneath my clothes.
Right.
I still wear a girdle. I still wear something that
will hide
that's tight.
Yeah.
But I still put on a girdle
She
underneath
said that
it.
slip, bro.
I promise.
Mess
I
you up, didn't it?
promise.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been nursing a long time. Them nurse be wearing them slips too.
Younger women laugh at me.
Right.
Because they not raised like that.
Because, but it's, I still remember Ricky Rams sing, because and people are watching this live, and they know, because they've known my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
My daddy used to pick up the phone, I promise, and I'm not going to say the words he used to use.
I understand.
Because there's people on this live listening to me. Thank you. Mm. People on this live listening that have heard my daddy pick up the phone at 9 o'clock and say, I told you, hey, get off this phone. And that's on this phone heard me.
Right.
So if they was any kind of friend, they would have told Joe.
But see, back in them days,
to get off the phone, and they didn't. So they are too.
And
the fathers make better parents, though. We make better parents. So it's like that post. If they talking about if a dude do a mother job, he a foe. No, he won't. If a woman had to be a father for like years, man, can you picture a woman telling her son the truth?
I wish my childhood sweetheart, my high school sweetheart, would listen to this live right now, because he would be talking about when he tried to take me on a date. And my daddy pulled out all the guns and said, I'm telling you right now, you ain't getting my daughter tonight.
Right. But that's a good
This what you gonna get if you try.
Right, that's a
good
point.
If she come home and tell me that you tried it, this what you gonna get. Wop, and pull them out.
But see, back in them days, I think respect was different in the household.
Well, it ain't just respect. Women were different. Because you gotta think, if the child around you're around your daddy 9% of your life, right?
All my life. My daddy
and there you go.
But see, the reason I'm saying that is,
my daddy was in the house.
Like, you gotta look at back in them days, in that era. In that era, though, Grandpa was like super strict.
98% of the time, but he was there.
I understand.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you straight. I understand. But now I'm saying, like, back in them days, Grandpa was more strict. He was more. He still values into a man back in them days. Into the son.
Whoever you're around. That's what I'm saying. So if your mama got pink hair, or twerking, or doing TikTok, what do you think the little kid gonna do?
But you don't have elders in this community like we have nowadays, man.
That's because social media ran them out. These chicks don't listen to nobody.
Elders are 30 years old now.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to say to you right there. You don't have elders. Where's Big Mama at?
Big Mama 36.
Big Mama 30. Big Mama 40.
Well, what happened
at the club, twerking.
Women got more delusional for one, because they kept thinking they're young, so they kept having kids. So you gotta think, some girl. I train a woman now. Her mother is 75, and she like 20 something.
Right.
That lets you know you need to stop. And I get they want to keep having kids till they die, but that may not be a good thing. Then there you go. So now that your mama's 75, you 20. What kind of 70-some-year-old woman teach a 20-year-old?
Right.
Well, and the other thing is, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen. Well, I was just talking last night to one of my friends, and I was telling her that. And this is slightly off the subject, but on the subject. I used to work in this building where there was a daycare, and the little baby ran. I was walking out at the same time, and the little baby ran out. An instinct, I grabbed the baby, and then I realized, oh my God, this lady finna cuss me out, probably beat my ass.
That's why we stopped saying on these kids, man.
Right.
The mama's retarded.
I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, baby. My instinct.
Right.
Because I said, oh my, she finna cuss me out.
You finna grab by the collar.
Yeah.
So
you got his collar. They got
back in them
collar.
days. That's back in the day when it took a village.
She said, no, ma'am, thank you. But the baby ran out into the parking lot.
Right.
And my panic is, these people don't pay attention. They drive into the parking lot. They finna kill the baby.
Right.
And she said, no, ma'am. Thank you so much for grabbing my baby. I said, it was instinct. I'm a grandma, and the first thing I think of, because my grandbaby's crazy. They run out. They're boys. They run out. That's what they do. And she said, no, ma'am. I said, if I cause your grandbaby any harm, I'd rather him get a scratch from my nails than get killed out here.
But see, ain't many like you walking around this world, though. You know that, right? Like 5% women act like you.
I just
you do know that, right? Like,
but I got cussed out in the laundromat one day because I said, honey, your baby might get hit.
You can't say nothing to her no more.
Yeah, what you trying to say? You gonna hit my baby?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm just trying to tell you that, your baby running around wild and somebody might hit your baby.
Right.
I didn't tell you I was gonna hit your baby.
Well, the next question would be what's some signs of a red flag? If when you're talking to a man, say you just met him, what would be a red flag to you for a man?
A man that talks about himself all the time. Well, I got this, and this is what I do for a living.
So a stunner.
I got.
Hold on.
I got this kind of car.
Oh, you someone knows.
A stunner, bro.
This kind of car.
No, because I talk about myself like how I'm better than everybody.
No, I mean, like somebody that's like capitalized. Like,
okay.
You know, tell me about you telling me all the time about what you got, what you do for a living, how much money you make, how much.
Jesus Christ, dudes do that shit.
Please.
Jesus Christ.
It's almost like you almost got to read a resume to a woman.
Especially, not trying to be funny, but especially when they see a woman like me.
Okay.
Well, see, looking at you, I want to respect you like Michelle Obama. Because you got that church thing going on, so I don't want to.
Well, they don't know that because I don't say that.
But you got that look, though, like you do something spiritual. Like maybe you do voodoo or something, but you just got that look.
I get like, more of a professional look.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to play with you.
But
like a principal.
Yeah, like a principal.
What impresses me is how you treat people and how you carry yourself, not how much money you make or what kind of car you drive.
True.
And all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
Be who you are.
Right.
So what's the red flag to you?
That's a good question, man.
You want me to go?
You go for
okay. The one's the biggest red flag to me is when you meet a chick and say she got this tattoo or she got this on her house somewhere. Love, live, laugh. That's a dead giveaway. That's a red flag. That means
that's a red
she
flag.
Ain't got none of those things that happen to her, so she constantly put it everywhere.
Right.
It's in their car. It's decaled on their bedroom.
That's one of my favorite things. I love that, but I don't put it.
Yeah, I dated a chick. I dated so many chicks on their foot. Because they never had it. So that's the red flag. Right. The other red flag would be the other red flag would be like the social media thing. And when I say that, it's like when she constantly like take pictures to see how many likes she get over and over. It's like you took it this pose this way, then you turned that way, then you turned that way, you turned that way. You constantly trying to get some attention. That's a dead.
Let me ask you a question about that real quick.
What's up?
Would you trust a woman on social media that like she say she's single, right? Mm-hmm. And you find her like half like all her pictures either half naked or she's on a social media talking about sexual posts, or she's like twerking on social media, but she's saying her phone dries.
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
Dry as the desert, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, see, for one, Joe, like your uncle be trying to teach you, man.
Right.
That I don't believe nobody tell me to begin with, especially not no female. One thing, like dudes, I don't trust dudes when it comes to money and sex. When it comes to women with attention and money, those two things I don't trust. So if you meet a female today, when you walk out here and we leave, we burn out, and you stop at the gas station, you get her number, you know she talking to 6 other dudes already.
It's always before and after.
Even if you smash it at night, she's not gonna cut them off tonight. That ain't happening.
I don't call men.
You don't call men?
I don't call men.
Right. You text them?
When I first meet a man, the man has to call me.
Hold on. Did you not ever do inbox through Facebook or somebody meet you out here right now? Oh, really?
So you saying like if a man gets your number, he should like reach out first. Absolutely. If he don't reach out first, then you would never reach out.
Ooh,
that's kind of different.
I'm not calling.
OG.
Yeah, I'm kind of different. So a red flag for me would be a woman that you see, like you come over her house and it's always dirty.
Always dirty? That's a red flag?
That's a super red flag.
Well, for once you can have some good stuff. That's the first thing, but it is a red flag.
Like even when you FaceTime her, or if you just like come over and her room is like dirty all the time. She's like, oh, man, I got all the excuses. I got these clothes. I'm busy. Working, kids, all that.
Would you still smash though?
It depends on when you come. It depends on when you come.
All them clothes out the way.
I mean, if it's 3 a.m.
and then goes put them back in the
Invite her to your house. Invite her to your house.
Joe ain't inviting no girl house. He got a dirty house, man. This nigga ain't doing that shit.
But I'm saying if it's 3 a.m., it's dark anyway. So you probably either drunk anyway, high, whatever. You coming through, and so you kind of overlooking a lot of stuff, because you there for one mission, to execute one mission. That's it. But if you coming over, it's like 12, noon. Dish is dirty. You know what I mean? House smell like mildew.
I look at I don't do smells now.
Right,
I look at it like this. When the dude,
that's a red flag.
What's that?
Smells.
Hygiene is everything.
Well, another red flag is a woman who can't leave the house without makeup on, and she got to get all gussy up just to go get a snow cone. That ain't the one.
That when I was young.
What's that? I always put on makeup and get all gussy up.
But see, I was always talking.
But now I'm not leaving the house with pajamas and and like.
Right. What's that, T?
That's T right there. That's Nina. So the other red flag would be like if she make you wait for sex. That's a dead giveaway right there. That's the biggest red flag. That's the one at the NASCAR that they need to tell them to stop. Because it's like you didn't make nobody else wait a long time. Why I gotta wait a long time?
How you know they didn't make other people
Come on now, Nina. You say every girl in the world that we ever talked to made every man wait 90 days or 9 months or something. Stop it. Whatever if he paid $5, I want to pay $4.50.
I don't trust no woman that tells you have to take her on a date first just to smash.
That is so.
I don't trust no woman that say that.
That grinds my gears when they say, "Well, let's go to Applebee's." I don't go to Applebee's, but you go to Applebee's with your friends and drink and talk. But I can't take you there.
The crazy thing about it is the average woman that say that 9 times out of 10. It's a lot of dudes that smash them without even taking them on the date.
Yeah, for sure. But some niggas knocking the line out of it.
Now they want to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, with you.
They want
I want that hoe. I want the hoe.
I want the fun you.
Yeah, I want the nun. I want the fun I want the tramp.
You know,
where that hoe that I met at the bus stop?
That's what attracted me to you.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is when I come in.
You should have been late though, bro.
Hold on, T. So what is a red flag for you though?
A red flag for me?
I know, like, you have the partner situation. So, like, do you judge red flags different for a man? I want to hear from, like, both perspectives, from a man and a woman.
You need this, too.
She do all the buzzers.
She do all the buzzers.
You hit the bell when some just too much, like, I know I kind of say things. So.
Yeah.
You be like,
so I want to hear from both point of views, a man and a female point of view.
I mean, I feel like red flags would be, like, kind of similar on both sides of the spectrum per se, but at the same time it could be a little different because I guess men are looking for different things to focus on and women might be looking for different things to focus on.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all want sex. You do know that. Like women, no, I'm just saying, dudes want sex. We're not talking now about y'all degree or what you've been through. We just want to have sex. Then from there, we depend on how good your sex is, like how good the date gonna be or how good the relationship gonna be.
I judge cooking, man.
Cooking?
It's sex, then cooking.
Sex then cooking?
Then cooking. Because at the end of the day,
cooking is good.
Cooking is a big one because if your woman can't cook, she can't make the food you don't like you like and stuff like that.
So wait,
Greg said no, the cooking.
I agree with the cooking.
I'm big on that, man. Cooking is everything. It's king to me, though, man.
So
I like
is it cooking, then sex, then eating?
No, it's the other way around.
I just been saying, is that what you
said? I said it's sex first.
Sex first.
Yeah.
Then cooking.
Yep.
But if you have sex first and you don't got the energy, you comfortable, you know.
No. That's still part of getting to know you stage. I like to touch out my vehicle.
That's a red flag if your woman can't cook.
That's a big red flag.
Another red flag is she too good at everything, but she says she only had 3 boyfriends. Come on, man, give it to me.
No, because
they've been together for a long time, though.
She had all her relationships have been long term.
So let's say, okay, this scenario: she's 40 years old, and she got 3 kids. And she had one by each baby daddy, and with them for 10 years each. So that's the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, whatever. You tell me how those 3 dudes, she learned how to give head that good, and take in the butt, and squirt do all types of shit.
30 years?
Are you serious? 3 people talking that? Dress up and be nasty, put toys on the vagina, and put what?
What is she doing her own personal, like, you know,
Stop it.
Right.
Researching endeavors for the relationship?
Really?
So,
you think women really research stuff for real?
It could be, yeah.
You a woman, you tell me.
I think so.
I mean, I
exactly.
you
a woman, you tell me. Do you research what you need to do in the bedroom? Do you?
Yes.
Women watch porn,
That could be from watching porn
women
to
watch porn.
like looking up something.
Yes.
You know,
research what to do or what your man wants.
Listen.
But now it's my out the gate. I met you tonight. You come back to my place. Somebody can't suck your dick from the back. Like, hold on. Don't get down like that.
No, you know what she did, bro?
What you think she got out those 3 dudes, huh? Yeah, right.
Nah, Greg, this is what she did. She saw a post.
She saw a post.
She saw a post on Facebook.
If she saw a post or not,
she like,
it's the first night to smash, and she dressed up in a nightgown with whipped cream on her titties and her pussy and chocolate.
That's a bad outfit already.
No, I'm just saying that ain't a red flag to you. Would that be a red flag, Joe? I'm finna say, boy, if you don't come on now.
That outfit itself is a red flag.
We talk about the outfit. Now you heard. If a woman had the same lingerie for 10 years, 5 years, how many people you think she wore it for?
Depends on how many relationships she been in.
So should she get rid of after the relationship is over there?
No.
Oh my God.
I got since T here now, I got a question.
I switch. You gotta switch it up. You know.
I got a question that since T here. Do y'all feel? Because I know back in your day, it probably wasn't like kind of like when you was growing up, this kind of options out there. Do you feel that birth control should be bought over the counter versus being prescribed to you?
I feel like
I'm gonna ask you that first.
You mean current birth
like being
control that's currently prescribed should be allowed now to be
like the pill. I feel like the pills you should be able to go to any type of drugstore and buy the pill. If you could buy the Plan B,
I feel like
you should be able to buy a birth control. You should have to have a doctor write you.
That makes sense though.
But you should release the age of 18.
Yes.
To be able to do. You should be carded for it.
Nah, I don't think 18 should be
ID.
Because
I think once your daughter start having a period, you need to start buying.
No, the reason why that is it's a lot of side effects. It's a lot of side effects to birth control. Though.
I get that. So I'd rather have a side effect than buying Pampers.
I mean, but it's so much side effects, man. You don't want a kid in middle school. Like over here, like
look, they need to pass a law when these little girls is 13. Right. Put that thing in their arm or whatever they gotta do till they get out of high school. Then take it out.
Okay.
Then you good.
I want to hear from the women perspective. Like I want to hear from you because you like more younger, so I feel like your perspective will be very key, though. What do you think about that?
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it should be more accessible because, I mean, it's a lot of factors that play into that.
Right.
Like a lot of times people aren't quite ready yet, and then with all these different like laws and shit that they place in,
right,
it'll be easier to just stop it from the jump if that's what somebody want to do.
I got a question for you, T. Ooh, this is a good one too. Considering you in your triangle,
thank you, my baby.
You in your triangle thing, right?
Right.
I don't know how to say the other part. I know it's triangle.
Thruple.
Yeah, thruple. What if one of y'all get pregnant? Is that the one of y'all? Have y'all discussed that?
I mean, then one of us just get pregnant. That's
so if the other girl get pregnant and she had a baby, would that make you a baby mama?
We all parenting.
Ain't that some shit though?
That's deep. I think it'd be the same analogy of like lesbians. You have two mothers.
Right? No, I was thinking about the Brad thing when I saw her about how Brad just had her baby.
Yeah.
And
did she have it already?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She named it True some old word.
Right.
Don't mind me. I'm
True
eating
religion,
a
some old bullshit, something like that.
Right.
But no, but her being in the poly. I'm sorry, not poly. A triangle throuple. That if both of y'all got pregnant at the same time, how would y'all explain it to the kids though when they get older?
We just have to explain it to them.
Really?
They would just grow up with a different kind of understanding versus the average mom and dad household.
There's two moms and one dad in one household.
Right. I mean, they have dynamics where it's two moms in one household or two dads in one household. Right. So it would be.
But this is a different one though, because you got a dad and two mothers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody parenting styles will be different though. You think that would play a role?
Everybody what?
Parenting styles will be different. Like
some
people beat their ass, some people talk. I'm just being honest. Some people talk to their kids, some beat on them.
I feel like when the time comes, we'll all kind of like
sit them down.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. So I feel like with the birth control thing,
definitely should be.
It should be bought over the counter for a couple of reasons. One reason is a lot of parents are delusional. Very delusional. Yeah. So like when I mean by delusion, they don't know that their kids are out there,
Baby,
performing and
when my youngest son, when I went to his high school graduation and he picked me up from the airport. Not that I was delusional, but you don't think about it. And he lifted up the middle console to get something, and I saw the open pack of condoms. I was like,
right. You got it from Sex Education.
He said, "Mama, you didn't think I was." I said, "I knew, but still."
You got it from Home Economics.
I said, "Okay, as long as you strap up twice." He said, "Mama, I'm already knowing." I was like,
Lord. Right.
You know, but you don't know. Like but you not thinking about it, And then I'm like,
I feel like it's women purposing men now for sex.
You said do what?
I feel like it's women purposing men nowadays.
He goes to Florida A&M University, where it's a plethora of women.
Variety pack.
And so now I'm
not a variety pack.
Like I'm talking to him on the phone, and I'm hearing,
right.
And then I hear, hi.
Right.
Hi, AJ. Hi, Drew. You know,
Right.
they call him Drew. His name is Andrew. They call him Drew, and I'm here, and and he's like, Mama, I got to go. I'm like, oh, Lord.
So I got a question for you real quick. Going off what you just said. Have you ever covered for your son with one of his side
I know where
chicks?
you was going.
You already know.
I knew he was going with it.
Have you
I
ever
knew as soon
covered
as you
for
said
him?
you ever
Like he brought it to the house, to the family.
I have two sons.
Right.
I have a 32-year-old.
Okay.
And I have an 18-year-old.
Okay.
Oh, wow. You got an 18-year-old? Wow.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
I
got
reset
to
the
hear this
batteries
story
one
now.
point.
He'll be 19 in September.
What you think, Greg?
I waiting to hear the
I'm
story.
right here,
man.
They've never put me in that situation.
Oh, where
Really?
different girls around you and you had to act like you didn't know none of them?
Never put me in
Really?
that situation.
I ain't gonna
Damn.
cap.
Never.
Really?
I was waiting to hear a story.
I ain't gonna
too.
cap. If one of my kids,
They've never put me in that situation.
I don't have no kids right now, but if one of my kids was to do that, I'm sorry.
You don't snitch on them?
Snitches. Somebody.
Oh,
you
come on,
You
man.
can't
Listen,
I mean,
my boys
not
is to death. It's death row. I'm
Right.
covering.
Oh, you gonna cover for your son?
you supposed to.
Straight up.
I cover for everything else.
Nah.
Neither one of them two have ever put me in that situation. My oldest son has 3 boys
Right.
by the same woman.
Right.
So I've never really had to cover.
Well, T, I'm gonna tell you something.
He's been
When you have kids, and I don't know how you and your triangle thruple do
It's called
is.
try. I think try.
Try what? How you want to say
cool.
it?
Yeah.
If you have a son, he's gonna cover for him, so you might want to sit that one out when it comes to that.
I mean, I got covered for it before.
It's just the way it
I
works,
don't
man.
think he-
But
I honestly don't think he
They
is.
post to cheat,
With my
T.
boys,
You know
it's
what's
to death
crazy
do
is
us
I don't
part.
think he
Right.
is gonna cover for him.
I'm covering.
You think he'll snitch on
I
too?
think he shit out of luck.
So you in a house full of snitches?
We in a house full of non-condone and cheating.
What? If y'all don't, you want the kids to have the same bullshit mentality?
I mean, look, it's just if you
Man, they supposed to cheat. Stop it, man.
You supposed to
She just
be
gave him a
promoting
story how her great
healthy
granddad was
relationships.
cheating, and his great granddad was cheating.
So because we gonna have a household of 2 moms and a dad, you know, we trying to set the example of not necessarily that they gotta have.
Do you know how this world is right now?
Listen.
Yeah, but you
So
supposed
you want
to,
your son to go into the world and be honest with females?
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds. I mean, I feel.
When that happen, call me.
I feel like
I want to know how that works
feel like
out.
you not
I'm
married.
covering for my sons.
Right.
I'm covering for my grandsons, my nephews.
Right.
Watching. I'm covering for my
As you
nephews.
should.
As
I'm
you
covering
should.
for my
Should.
As
my
you
godsons,
should.
I'm
You
covering
should.
for.
As
I'm
you
a
should.
ride or die auntie.
As
I'm
you
a
should.
ride or
Hey,
die-
only-
Man, you don't be honest with no
Mama.
female. What's wrong with
Hey,
you,
but
man?
the only thing I would say about
But
that is, if
they've
they
never put me in that situation.
if they not married, I feel like if you married, then that's
Yeah.
a whole.
It
other
don't matter
story.
you married or not.
No,
If
no,
you
no.
married,
marriage is a
I'm
different
definitely
thing.
switching.
Nah,
You-
marriage
look
is a
at you.
different bond.
Look at you.
It's a bond with God. Now, if you just in a relationship, you supposed to cover. Like if you 16 years of age and you want to bring different women home, some moms could
Well,
on it.
that you tripping already though with bringing them chicks on 16.
I'm not saying, but
you might want to like go get a car or something like that.
I mean, it's some kids out there nowadays are 16.
Well, I mean,
18,
yeah, I mean, it's a very progressive time, yeah.
You know, moms condone it.
Yeah.
And they might be
Yeah.
on their ball, man. You know, they got a car, they got everything working.
Yeah.
You know, we paying bills. You can't tell you how
But I mean,
how
you can't bring
deliver.
different chicks in your people's house though.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I've never been placed in that situation by none of my peoples.
Right.
Never. My brothers have never placed me in that situation, but I'm covering for my brothers.
That's how you supposed to.
I cover for
right.
anybody.
Now what I
My
can
Anybody
understand-
call me if Joe got a chick and she called and say you seen Joe, I be like, hold on. I don't know, man. I ain't took my medicine. I don't know where yet. I'm gonna cover for
She already
everybody.
know you lying.
I don't matter if I say,
She
hold, you shouldn't have called
automatically
me.
already know
You
you
shouldn't have called a
lying.
stranger.
Right.
You called a
start off
complete
with-
stranger.
You start
Right.
off with, I don't know. I ain't
I
took
don't
my
know.
medicine.
Yeah.
As
Well,
a
hang
man.
up then. There you
Right.
go. See? I
Right.
saved him.
You
Right.
lying.
Well, if I'm
Nah,
at the
you did
gym and
save
somebody
him.
looks at Joe, any job I work at, I always say they in the bathroom. I don't even know who. I don't even know who you just started there. I ain't got to know your name.
My son did that.
Mhm, that's what you
My
supposed to
son
do.
was like 9 or 10 years old. Did that with my auntie, and she
Right.
kept calling back. She said, "Well, damn, when she called me back, she said, was you having sex or something? She was in the bathroom for hours."
Hey, you know, that number 2 is wrong.
Man, hey, you
two was
supposed to
wrong.
lie, man.
Had
You
some
want
bad
somebody to
points.
tell the truth to a female her
Right.
too? Okay, T.
I tell it to the male too.
But T,
if she
this
cheating,
is
I'm
2023. You telling me in 2033 people gonna keep it more realer?
Hold on, here got a question right here for her.
Come
We
on.
gonna keep it
Would
real
you
around
cover
her.
for your friend?
I'm not. Look, okay, so
So
I'm
you rat on
also
everybody?
snitching. Look,
Your name is
That I
Stool
wouldn't
Pigeon.
do. That I wouldn't do.
You want to cover for your friend?
Don't put me in that position.
Why?
If it's like my family, like sister, brother, cousin, something like that. Okay, but I'm not finna like go. I'm gonna just be like, I don't know. I ain't.
That's still covered. That's still covered.
Cause I'm not finna say much more than that at all. You know.
I'm gonna be like, don't.
Man,
I know some family members.
I'll cover for y'all. Unless it's you.
You ain't gonna have to cover for me.
On you, cause
you don't have to cover for me.
It
ain't gonna be nothing to snitch about.
I'm telling you. Now, church lady, I ain't doing that. They too close to God. You too close to God. I ain't doing that, man. Like, I don't want that karma back on me like that. See, that's why I want that.
You cover for me.
Yeah, when I get to the gates and ask why I cover for you.
I wouldn't put nobody in that situation.
Well, the question. Well, hold on. You gotta reverse it. So, what if your daughter had different dudes come through? Would you cover for your daughter?
I'm still snitching.
Nah. I cover for my daughter to a certain point. I cover for my daughter to a certain point.
I think you work for cheaters.
You
work for cheaters to show because you a snitch like you like KGB or something like.
I ain't snitch on nobody, but
you waiting to do it though.
If you gonna be in a relationship, then you supposed to be doing relationship shit.
If
you want to do single shit, you need to be single.
Single, amen.
Ain't no point in being in a relationship.
I ain't got nothing to buzz over. You got them all.
Nah,
I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. I totally disagree.
Right.
I'm always gonna disagree with the fact that you supposed to go all out for somebody who broken that didn't tell you they was broken. That's just crazy to me.
You supposed to cheat relationship,
right, Nina?
She ain't get it. But see, the thing is, I think everybody cheat though, and that's the problem right there. Like everybody has their different views.
Except her.
I've never cheated in my life.
So you never talk. So when you was married or in a relationship, you never talked to another man that found you attractive at all. Like no form of conversation.
Once we consider ourselves in a relationship,
it was like nobody knows.
No,
okay. Let me
if it was before, like when it was like the pre part, you know, we talking, maybe doing dates, but we ain't made it official yet. That's different. But if once it's official, we in a relationship, then nah.
Well, I got a question since Nina knew her. If a man is not dating anybody and by himself, and a woman's not dating nobody by themselves, which one you think is lonely?
Neither of them can be lonely.
I disagree.
Just because you by yourself, I'm by myself right now, but I'm not lonely.
I feel like women. I feel like women are a little more
lonely. I
feel like women a little more lonely because women value intimacy.
Yes.
And so
a man can be lonely too.
Men don't value intimacy. Men don't value intimacy.
We missed the cat version.
Just because you're not intimate with somebody doesn't mean you're lonely.
No, I'm talking about men. We bring the commitment, right? That's the only way a relationship gonna work. You can say, "Will you be my man?" But we still say, "Nah, we'll see about that." It's up to us to say, "You be our woman." You agree to it? Do you agree to that?
Not necessarily.
So if I ask you my woman and you say yes, ain't that up to me?
No, I think
he can say that too, though.
No,
but he can say, yeah, we'll see.
I disagree with that one.
The woman could say,
I disagree with that one.
Think about either way.
Yeah,
I definitely do.
No, it cannot.
I disagree.
Man doesn't decide that.
He decide y'all to get married. You don't even want me to propose to him.
This is what I believe in a relationship.
But if he weak, he gonna say no. I say yeah. I've been proposed to 8 times.
That's
just was like, we'll see.
Your favorite little story.
But it's true. It happened.
Let me ask you a question. Did they ask? Well, your mom still alive?
They always said that too.
Did they ask your mom for your hand in marriage?
They asked my mama.
Yeah,
no, my mom wasn't around.
Okay, I mean, because I feel like it's maybe go to ask the woman.
No.
They want to go to your mom and say,
"Man, they was in love with the fantasy. They weren't. They weren't ready for that.
Right.
Have I said yeah?
Right.
It would have been divorced in about a year.
But the thing I want to comment on what you said though. I believe, in order for a relationship to happen, the women bring kind of like the intimacy, the love, the care, the emotion side. Mm-hmm. The man bring the stability in a relationship. Basically, they're gonna bring the protection. Yeah. They're gonna be the provider. They're gonna bring the guidance. Usually, men guide. That's why women go. You're not gonna go to a man if you can't see nothing or he can't learn from you.
Yeah,
you're not gonna go to him for nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're not gonna see him because usually your father's your first guidance in life.
But see, when women say I'm not you, no, not you. I want to say before I say when you hear a woman say I'm single by choice, do you really believe that, Joe?
No.
Thank you. Do you believe it, T? Do you believe when they say I'm single by choice?
To a degree.
It depends.
Degree is
I only say it depends because some people do, like you have relationship people and you got people that just rather be on their own. But for somebody that's saying like, I'm single by choice and they saying that as a statement, I feel like they probably had their relationships and they kind of went wrong.
No,
or something
what
like
it is
that
that they're lying because if the right person If the right person came along doing the right things at the right time, you still gonna look this man in the face and say, you know what? I don't want this. You're a goddamn sorry. You're a lie. You're not gonna say that. You'll say, okay. So don't make it seem like it's a choice. No, you just can't find anybody to play with you like that.
Right.
That's what it is. Cause I don't care who see whatever. You're not gonna tell me a woman who even got that strong black woman attitude. I don't need nobody. I don't want nobody. This bullshit. That you gonna tell me if the right tall dude come up with the right 6-pack with the 6 figures, you gonna say, nah, I'd rather just stay single forever till I die. She ain't gonna say nothing like that. You know that ain't gonna happen. So cut it out. We know it ain't real. Cause if it was real, why they keep getting pregnant and they single? Man, I'm cold at this, bro. I'm cold at this, dog.
No, they single because the person they want don't.
But if you single, why are you pregnant?
I'll tell you. For me, the right person hasn't come along.
But you're a church lady, so you can't date certain people, right?
Who says that?
Like, you can't date nobody that's like, that ain't in the church or something, right?
No.
So you'll date a dude that's not in the church?
Sure, I would.
What if he I don't know how to
like, what if he outside, like he's like still in the streets?
No.
What if he's in the streets though?
No, say if he he a freaky dude or something, and you ain't on that because you're a church lady.
Church can be freaks now.
Well, she may not be though.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, maybe back in her day.
I'm just saying.
In the late 90s or 2000s,
maybe the biggest
to the
one,
99 whatever, when she backed it up, but probably not now.
It depends on the person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But y'all don't really, y'all talk to people into church though.
Not necessarily.
So you'll date a guy that don't go to church at all,
sure,
who don't believe in God, but he go on his daily life, go to work, come on.
I mean, what's your deal breakers? What's your deal breakers?
If it's a person that, it would depend.
Told you.
What's your deal breaker? Like, if you was gonna date somebody that wasn't in church, what would be like your deal breaker though?
The Bible even speaks of that.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible talks about a person who doesn't believe.
And with God, and then date. What are you talking about?
Not date. Well, it's 1 Peter. I would have to find the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got one in my truck, but I drove my car today.
I didn't bring my Bible.
Yeah,
right.
It's on the. It's
we
on
can
my
ask
phone.
her. She don't believe in cheating, so that's close thing to do.
It's on my phone, but it's in Peter.
The Bible with cheaters, a relationship, the Chronicles of the Relationship.
It talks about it talks about being with a person who doesn't believe.
Yeah, but taking down a spiritual journey.
I would date somebody who doesn't believe because maybe I could
change them.
Not necessarily change them, but by my behavior and what I believe, it may encourage them
or influence them.
Mm. But you gotta have some good stuff to do that.
What's your deal breaker though? Like if you gotta think like this, if somebody don't go to church, obviously they probably not living a sanctified life, right? So that means that they probably indulging in marijuana, probably drinking, probably going to clubs still, probably using slang and curse words.
I probably wouldn't date somebody like that necessarily.
Right.
But I have dated people who smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Weed or cigarette? Or
both.
Would you date a younger guy considering the age you were?
The last guy I dated was 10 years younger than me.
That ain't that old. That ain't that old.
Do you think it's like that's a good thing you talked about right there though? Do you think it's like frowned upon to date somebody younger than you, or should you only date within your age?
You probably to give her a number.
What I mean by younger,
I dated somebody 10 years younger.
I mean,
so that no number. Hold on, you 52. Would you date a man 22?
No.
Would you date somebody 30?
32.
No, 30. Gotta be 30.
No,
30 sounds more sexier though.
It's 30. It gotta be older than her son.
No, my son's 32.
But so why not? Why not? Because a 32,
yeah, why wouldn't you?
A 30 or 32-year-old man would date you. He would date you. He would go for you.
They have.
Okay, so why would it be a red flag for you not to date somebody that young?
Well, when you start talking to him,
yeah,
I'm teaching you. It's a guy right now that tried to talk to me, and every conversation I'm teaching him something.
Like what? About business or something, or like relationships or something?
In general.
But I'm talking about somebody who had got it all together.
So for you, it's about experience.
Now, what if he an old soul?
I'm teaching you more than I have to teach my son in conversation.
But what if he's sophisticated,
that is tiring.
Yeah, what if we got an old soul and listen like Barry White and...
Then maybe I would.
Yeah. Because there's some people out here, that been, been on their own.
She said maybe.
Maybe I would.
Yeah. So if you was 52...
The people that I've
would you?
come across...
I'll go young.
People I come across...
I don't want to know. I'll go young.
The people that I've come across that age weren't like that.
Yeah.
It was like tiring, exhausting conversation with you. Because I'm teaching you about life. I'm having to explain everything.
Right.
Like even the simplest things.
You could be teaching somebody at 52 that same analogy.
Like I golf.
Right.
Oh, really? So, yeah, she supposed to teach me some more golf stuff. I forgot about this.
So I was even golf terminology I was having to teach you. It was like, oh my God.
That's why I like young people.
After the conversation, after every conversation, it was like, oh my God, I need to take a nap.
I do feel like it's a little more teacher moment when you date a little bit younger, but I also believe...
men and women different, though.
But I also believe this, too, though. I believe that age and mentality don't go hand in hand. No matter how old...
There's a such thing as Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. No.
There's a such thing as chronological age and mental age.
Yeah.
So they're not always one and the same.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it depends. Like the guy I dated that was 10 years younger than me, he looked older than me. He thought he was the grandpa, and I was. Because like we were talking about before we got on air, that in person I look a lot younger than in my pictures.
Whatever,
So people thought he was 52 or 50,
Christ,
and I was 40.
He been through some things.
He was on kidney dialysis and some other stuff. He had some health issues.
That's right. He was broke down.
I mean, he got.
That's how I like my women, old and broke down. They ain't going nowhere. They run out of.
He got a kidney transplant.
Oh my God!
He got a kidney transplant, and now it's interesting. It's interesting because he's dating a white woman that looks
deep.
That looks 52.
He went to the bunny race.
And she's
30. He went got a bunny.
Wait a minute, check it out. And she's 37. She's younger than him.
Yeah, but she look old though.
And she look. The terminology that everyone's using is ran through.
Damn. I wasn't ready for that.
It's kind of funny. Well, it's kind of funny, that he left. Well, anyway.
I understand.
If you like it.
But let me ask you this though. So if let's say he's 32, he owns his own business. He want to fly you across the world on some Stella got a groove back. You know what I mean? Would you give him one night? I mean, I know you're a preacher, can't really speak of that, but I'm speaking hypothetically. Would you give him one night though? One night could be anything. We ain't saying.
Would I indulge? Would I talk to him?
Yeah, one night, just one night.
I would.
Okay.
I would. Because age.
Okay.
This gonna be the cliche, but age ain't nothing but a number. If it's conversation and all that, but if if it's exhausting and I'm teaching him something, no.
What if he's teaching you?
Absolutely.
That's deep, ain't it?
Yes.
To be young and teach.
Another thing, I kind of got to push back on that because when you get older, it ain't the same as it was when you was younger. That's why I say that. Especially with a woman, though. I'm talking about with a dude that's different.
With his hypothetical situation is different. What he was saying is different. With women,
that's what I'm saying. Like when you give it an older woman, they kind of stuck in their ways. It ain't too much you can say to them.
They get more bitter
until they realize that they are like their options have decreased from going to the palace and the animal house to now you just going home, going to sleep at 9 o'clock. So clearly shit has changed.
Like
I know, I'm just saying, but you ain't at the club dancing. You ain't still young. And you ain't got what color hair? Pink and blonde hair.
Orange
and blue.
Yeah, you ain't got all that. You're an older woman now, so that really ain't your thing. That's what I'm saying. Like
I'm not doing pink hair,
the sexual market decreases as you get older.
I go out dancing though.
I know, but the sexual market decreases though. You had more hollers when you were younger than you're older, just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Because most dudes 32 don't really want a woman 50 something. It's usually like they going for you for money or sex or some shit like that, not to want to marry you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why most older women like to date men around their age instead of date somebody because they know what's up. So I will push back on that because it's like when it comes to other stuff, like you got somebody like me who like to do active stuff like rock climbing and stuff like that. If you got a bad hip and a bad knee and a bad back, we're gonna have to go out to eat a lot.
You don't want to do it.
I don't really do rock climbing, but
no, I'm just throwing some out there.
I'm not doing rock
like a lot of chicks want to go kart racing because they worry about their hair. So you got your real hair. So congrats to that, which was an applause thing, button to hit. But A lot of women got they real hair, so they ain't trying to be in the wind like that.
Right.
A lot of women don't eat snow cones because they got diabetes. You see where I'm going with this?
I got diabetes, but I'm eating snow cones.
So you live life on the edge, in other words. Okay. But now I'm just saying that age pushback, though.
Because
and then when you have sex with them, when you push that leg back, it hurt them.
Oh, well.
No. Your church lady, you
that.
can't talk about that. I'm just saying what happened in my past.
I was a woman before I became a church lady.
That is true. That is true.
But you got saved.
But when they got that bad hip, you didn't have bad hip at 18. They got a bad hip at 48. That's what I'm saying. They got to deal with that bad hip. Right. They got 35.
Oh my
That's all that action.
They think they young. They think they young in the bedroom until it's time to do something that requires activity where you got to run and jump and skip.
Cuzzy, love you.
All
right. Next topic is gonna be is social media harming society more than it helps?
Only the weak.
Only the
weak is
to a
harming.
degree.
To a certain extent.
Yes.
I feel like it's like 50-50 because it depends on what you take it in social media
If you
for
weak-minded.
too.
It's like
Because-
her with the Bible. Don't y'all say take it for what you want to take it for, right?
Yes.
And the same with social media. So when you see Keke Palmer, like you know something about, and you see the whole situation, you can either read about it or take your phone and slide over something different.
Right.
And then when you read about it, do you get your feelings about it? Do you look at it like, well, black people crazy, or do you look at it like, well, my wife can't do that? That's what I'm saying. That's how your mind is.
I think to a degree, yes.
And depending on what you're doing too, because you could be reading a book, you could be on Instagram, you could be on Facebook.
I pay none of that shit,
You
no
could be
man.
doing stocks.
Anybody follow me get mad because I gives no fuck about what I post.
I think that's true about everything, though.
Yeah.
I think that's true about TV.
Yeah.
I think that's true about social media. I think that's true about the Bible. I think that's true about everything. I think people look at things. I think it's true about politics. I think it's true about everything.
True.
I think social media, is what for me, if you look at my posts, I put funny stuff.
Yeah.
I put things to encourage people. I put I put very little personal things because I think people get caught up in personal things.
Yeah,
and
they're taking around with
be
it.
all up in your business.
Then they inbox you. You okay?
I don't put my personal business in there. I may put positive things every purple moon with pink polka dots about my kids because I'm extremely proud of my children and my grandchildren. But I don't want nobody with their dick, excuse me, but I keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
Nobody
I wasn't ready for that. Come on
nobody
now.
with their dick in their hand about my
Dick in
grandkids.
the hand.
Dick in the hand. That boy picture look like he was holding sweet potatoes.
There's pedophiles running amok. Running amok with kids.
Right.
And even if it's boys,
Just
they
keeping
still
up foolishness,
sitting
basically.
there, so I don't post my grandkids that often.
Clown show. I felt that.
But other than that, you take it or leave it. Every purple moon, I'll post something funny, or I try to post positive things.
Yeah.
I'll post
Uplifting.
things like America's, what is that? America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Really positive things when they
But
hit
you
that
know,
goal
the
button.
black community don't look at that. They look at the negative. Because when I post stuff about positive about, because there's a lot of people like self-employed people that do for themselves. I say, man, we got this when we can make it. You see 3 people like it. But the minute I say that, like, all fat chicks pussy ain't good, oh my God. Got 50 dislikes, and what you talking about? You ain't been, you see what I'm saying? So you can try. That's why I say it's for the weak. So if you're around a bunch of weak people, and weak-minded people they shouldn't be on social media at all. They really shouldn't.
Like if you post something negative about women, oh my God,
they blow up, don't they?
You get a whole bunch of
I know, hate mail.
Like, here go Greg. Oh my gosh.
I feel like
and I'm
it's
sure you get the crazy inbox.
Sometimes I do it. Like the one I posted, the girl said I was a real shitbag or dirtbag or something because I said something about I forgot that one chick. She was really mad. I don't even know who she was. I was like, who is this bitch? Like, really? Like, you this mad?
Like,
you come inbox
you know,
me?
like,
And it's funny, the thing I had that I posted about, other women felt the same way. But since see, when you're a man, they wanna shut you down when you're a man and take your voice away. Cause remember when Brad took that picture with the tuxedo on mixed with a dress?
Right.
I was like, what the fuck? And people got on me about it. A girl took my same picture, shared it on her page, and said, what the fuck? This girl's tripping. And they praised her.
Right.
Trust me, as a dude, It's certain things you just can't say, and they feel some type of way about it. Facebook will shut you down if you call women delusional. That's why I say conclusional. You notice I say that? I say take out the because if you say that, it block for 30 days.
I feel like it's an 80-20 split. When it comes to like how
real talk, Rachel.
Yeah, how social media is ruining things right now. What I mean by that is the 80s like it's on the negative side.
Yeah.
A lot of people stun. A lot of people live this glamorous lifestyle on social media that's not real, and then they influence other relationships. Because a person, let's say for example, you dating this girl.
It's not my podcast.
And both of them are like in poverty. Yeah, both of them are like in poverty or whatnot. And she looking on social media, she's seeing her best friend who works the same job she worked up in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
You know, saying, hey, twerking
on
the live.
Right.
But she don't know her best friend, lights cut off. You know, rats running around.
We do shit like
that,
bro.
She got a possibility.
Like, dog, we go out of town to show everybody that we out of town to people who don't even like us.
Right, and that's
think I'm bullshit.
And I think a lot of people.
That's why I stopped doing it.
I never put my location.
Yeah.
I never do. I hardly ever do. I'll do a check-in to support
for your family or something.
Yeah.
Support
place
the
you
location.
Well, yeah,
that doing,
and that's what I'm saying. The 20s
to give the location, like I was telling y'all before we went
live.
live. I'll go live to support y'all's podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm not going live just to be going live to
how
bring
people
attention
be doing all the time.
to myself.
We outside.
We outside. Yeah.
We at this location.
Come pull up on us.
And wonder why they can't find nobody.
You ain't gonna find nobody.
You outside, you gonna find.
You gonna be
outside.
a 50-year-old,
right?
60-year-old.
Because of what I do for a living, which no one even knows what I do for a living because it's not on there. No one knows the real city.
I did not know what you was doing until you just told me today, and I've been your friend for a year or so now.
I put St. Louis. I don't live in St. Louis for real. I just put St. Louis.
You look like you don't live here. You look like you flew in just to do this show.
And she definitely knew.
Man, she like, look, rich as a motherfucker.
But you know, it's just. It's like you want to be seen. You want people to know what you're doing all the time. I just brushed my teeth, y'all.
Yep. Right. Now if I go to Walmart. Now I'm at Quick Trip getting gas. Now I'm at Baskin Robbins on my way home.
It's like, you know, I put that where I am every Purple Moon to support the business.
Yeah.
But not to let people know, you know, we outside, we this, we that.
I think people take too much like advice from social media.
Ooh, the memes, that boy.
The memes.
People.
Or why do you need to announce you're getting off social media?
Right. I think it's just too much. Social media too much.
They from a single mother home. That's a single mother home activity.
But if you
that's single mother home activity.
This is a prime example. If you have to delete social media, you have to take cleanse moments. That means taking too much of your time.
Well, you know what the problem is, Joe? I know you kind of young and her too. It's a thing called Black Planet. They need to go back to that.
That was old school.
Man, they need to go back to it. Because oh my God. Black Planet was so real that if you post your picture right here, people had to say what you were 1 through a 10. And most people was ugly. They was being honest. See, now when Lizzo or any fat chick posts a picture, everybody like it. She look good. She got a big old plumber stomach with a 2-piece on. And not one person said nothing bad. But when the dude got a fucked up lining or a bad outfit, they joan on him. They do not say nothing bad about women at all.
Right.
So that's the problem right there.
You gotta scroll in the comments more, so there's different kinds of people.
Kizzy, you talking about him or you talking about him? She's saying he must be young. I don't know. My friend Kizzy, I don't know who she's talking about.
That Kizzy sound like I know
the guy talking.
Kizzy.
Oh, she's talking about Greg.
My friend No, I don't know who she's talking about.
Next topic.
My friend's asking a guy, Darren Stevens. He's asking what's the name of the podcast.
It's called The Void.
The Void. Like your voided check, like The Void.
The Void.
Yeah, he my Facebook. We're gonna get him on here, man. I got you, dog. I know you talking about a little light skinned cat.
All right, black people and black people time.
We'll talk after.
I had to bring it up because I was.
You said black people do what now?
Black people and black people time. I had to bring it up because I was a little late.
Black
today.
people on black people time.
CPT.
I was late.
Talking about CPT
I was
time.
on black people time today.
Well, let's talk about that because.
What about black people in time?
Can we talk? Can I say something first?
Yeah,
sure.
Because I was told I'm not considered black.
What?
Hold on. Do you got any black in you?
I'm not 100% sure because my grandmother. We're not 100% sure what she is.
Right.
Well, you don't look like a black one for one. That's the first thing. You look
probably
like
black mixed with some stuff.
I wasn't.
But
I don't know what my grandmother.
But sometimes
I've been told
it's a bad connotation though. Sometimes when you say it though.
I was told I'm 100% Indian, but we're not sure what my grandmother was.
Do a DNA test. That's what I had to do because my family told me some bullshit.
I got the best question for you there.
So I was told I can't use certain words and that I don't have a license to use certain words.
Let me ask you a question real quick to go off of what you're saying. What is your preference of man? Like what kind of race? You like black men? What kind of music do you like?
R&B, hip hop, reggae, whatever.
Hip hop, rap.
So that's your vibe. What's one of your favorite foods?
Seafood.
Ooh.
That could be in the community. When the Black Lives Movement was moving, how did it make you feel?
Oh my God! Like it stole my soul.
I feel like when you checking all the boxes, to me, to be honest, because I feel like when you be part of the community, it's all about how you support the community. Like what your preference is.
Time out.
So let me say this to y'all first before you say anything. My sons are black.
Yeah.
And to me, anything that affects them rips my heart out.
Then that'd be part of that put you part in the black community. Then if you already gave birth to somebody that have some form of ratio of black in them, then you have to be able to relate on that level.
Well, it really depends on who you're around too, man. Because like if somebody tell you what you can and can't say, who the fuck are they?
Right.
That might be the biggest Uncle Tom in your life. You don't even know.
Right, fucking trying to be a hero
right.
and shit.
Because it was like, remember when Jamie Foxx spoke on the Black Lives Matter?
Right.
No,
People
not
got his head because he date white women.
Right.
I'm like, he still can talk about it. What? Just because you date white women, you can't speak no more?
Grandma, my Ramsing grandma.
This is too funny.
Black people time. Black people time. Oh, you want me to answer now? Okay. So
Ramsing grandma.
I feel like black people time is like cool. Just be honest about the black people time, because like
we're not
I don't know.
sure
Sometimes
about
people got stuff to do in the day, or that type of thing.
But black people time is disrespectful. You think about it.
But who you think have it bad though? Is it male?
And what do you define black people time?
Is it like
I say dudes, huh?
What do you define as black people time? You say like 15 minutes
on
late,
time.
30 minutes late, 20 minutes late. Late.
Black people are only on time for goofy shit, not things that's gonna make them better. Because you got to think if the club say it's free for ladies before 9, they gonna get there 8:30, 8:45. If the club say you're gonna raid Hennessy and tequila and weed, some that rapper weed and moon rock and shit, and if we gonna run out by 11, the line gonna be around the corner. When the J's drop, the Jordan shoes, they be outside the mall waiting. Right. But is it PTA meeting, or is it about church, or is it about like your own business of one trying to have
job interview?
They don't get in line. They don't get in line for shit like that. We just don't. Yeah, vote anything. We don't get in line for shit like we get in line for goofy shit. So it's usually a disrespectful thing, because if it's gonna make worse, they get in line quicker than things that don't make worse. For real talk.
So are you?
Cause like I get in line for anything that makes sense. If it don't make sense, I ain't getting in line. I don't be on time. By me being a personal trainer for the last 15 years, whatever, I know about time. Trust me. I just stood aside this man's job 6 in the morning, looking out the window like they told me they'll be here at 6.
Shit, we be shooting the shit while the
man, pull up, and then they text me at 7, like, man, I overslept.
Right.
Man, you can't make this up. And then it's one like when they trying to get their hair done, a haircut, beard trim, or just goofy shit. They on time, but stuff that makes sense, nah, that ain't happening. But those things that don't get talked about in our community like that, when people listen to Dr. Umar, I don't know why people listen to him.
Goofball.
Goofball shit. And
shit, bro.
It's one of those things though, Joe. If you downplay a black dude and uprise women, you're gonna win. And this whole podcast was about that. About how great women are and how good they smell. Nigga, we'll be up we'll be in this room. We'll be on TV somewhere. But when you drop real shit about everybody fucked up, everybody need to fix something, and you give a plan on how to fix things, therapy is always the start. That's always the first thing. Yeah. Niggas will be late for that too. Right. I'm telling you, even if it was free. Right. I have offered my oldest son to pay for him to go. Right. Still didn't go. Right. And the shit ain't cheap.
There you go. I just think,
so it's like it don't matter. It's up to the person, dog. Like if you value a person's time, you'll be on time. It's just the way it works, man. And we don't really value each other. Just what it is how you was raised. Like she was raised by her father to conduct herself a certain way. She still do it 52. Everybody raised by some type. Well, you're gonna keep doing that same shit. So you had to get it from somewhere if you act like that.
I think it's.
And I'm always gonna go with the mama because the doctor hands the baby to her, and it's on her now.
Right.
Now she do some more goofy shit from here on out. But I'm just saying, you around your mom for 90% of the time of your life. Your mom 90% of the time your life. Her mom and father.
The laws say that you supposed to be with your parents.
If her dad sold dope and her mother was a stripper, she wouldn't be a preacher right now.
Right.
It'd be a shot in hell. She'd be one.
All my life.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But since they was in there, she in there. So we got to stop this narrative that that it's always the dude when at home. Nah, that ain't always the problem. I done dated women who dated at home. He was a fuck nigga though. So it's like, does that really count?
Dated women who what?
I dated women who had a father at home that was married, but he was a fuck nigga. So this is where we at. So we can't keep saying just because the dude at home, he gotta be a real one. He got, because if you listen, this some real shit I'm about to say. Listen, a dude, you would tell your daughter how niggas is out here, won't you? Right. Head to toe. Right. You would even tell your daughter get a nigga better than you. Will your mama tell her the same thing?
What makes you a fuckboy though?
Are you serious?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. What makes you it's a list of things make a dude a fuckboy, but we'll just start real small.
We need lunch soon. I miss you.
When you pander to women. That's just a dead giveaway right there.
Simp shit.
That's just a dead. Anytime you like, if a woman, see, I know as a dude when we try and get sex, we listen to a bunch of bullshit story we don't care about because you want sex. You can't come out and say, "Bitch, you lying" because you ain't gonna get it.
Do you think
but you gotta like, yeah, really, that's messed up.
Do you think
that's cold. You got to do it to get it. It's a simp to a certain degree because you're just listening.
Right.
Every dude heard the story. Either girl been molested, beat on, cheat on, dude stole the money. We be like, damn, that's messed up, man. I would never do nothing like that. Yeah. As we said that, we taking our shirt off.
Right.
So we gotta listen to the story. You can't say, man, you ain't call the police on nobody. I don't believe it. You can't say I don't believe that. She won't give you none. Coochie instantly dry up as soon as you say that. So you gotta lie. That's messed up. But when you go so far as saying stuff like, well, man, these men really need to get their act together out here. Nigga, stop, dog. Really? And see, women love that shit because they've been taught that dudes ain't shit. Right. Oh, he a real one. He get me. No, he don't. No, why would you want somebody to lie to you?
Right.
But you got to do it, though. They make it that way until when you start being real and people don't like you people don't like me.
I love fuck boys, though.
Oh, yeah, because they can push them around.
They love that.
Because, see, don't want to be told about themselves. Don't be real and say, well, you got a very bad attitude. You got a bad disposition on life. You don't listen. You know, uncorroborative. You can't say all that.
So, let me say this real quick though. So a lot of women I come across, they always say they break up with a guy because he's too controlling. He's trying to be like her daddy or something. And I told her, I told this woman this before.
You tell her yourself.
I told this woman this earlier this week though, because we was having this conversation at the gym though, man. I said, I'm pretty much taking the place of your father. Not me, like her in a relationship. I'm saying a man is pretty much taking the place of the father. Because
somebody try to kill you, you got to protect them.
Now listen to this.
Well, you mirroring some of those qualities.
That's what I'm saying. So listen to this. Your father got you through this age, let's say 18, 21, whatever you want to say. And then once you decide to get with me, what is the quality you looking for? You looking for protection. What your father do for you? He protected you for all your life, right? So what are you gonna look for me to do? Protect you, right? You look. Your father provided for you. Make sure you got clothes in your back, food in your belly, roof on your head. What I'm doing. Yeah. Your father making sure that you put in the best position in life to win. Yeah, that means you making the best money you can. You got your cars operating. When you get a flat tire, who you calling?
My daddy.
I mean, you call not that you call your dude. Oh man, I'm stuck on the highway,
and you gotta get up and go help.
You gotta get up and go help.
If you at work, man, I'll be back.
Right. So let me ask you this.
Right.
What happens if I'm already making money?
Yeah, there you go.
I have roadside assistance.
That's good.
I put food on the table. I got right now, and I'm not saying just hear me out.
I'm listening.
I got
you know I'm ready.
I got 5 pounds of crab legs right now in my freezer. I thought you could
say crack.
She said it too. I'm ready for it. Okay.
Right.
Pablo.
I have. What else did you say? I got
protection.
I own 3 guns.
Okay.
I got a gun in my car. Actually, I have 2 guns. I have a gun in my purse, a gun in my car, and a .357 in my closet at home. Right. I'm about to have a pit bull.
Okay.
Ooh, I got 2.
Yeah, I'm about to have a 6-week-old. I'm just waiting for him to get.
I could tell you already what my answer's gonna be.
Those are the things you just named.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you my answer gonna be.
So I have those things.
Okay.
What else? Because you just named. I just named the things that you just named.
Right.
I already have those things.
I can't offer you nothing but sex.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it is. I mean, because your mentality is gonna already be.
Well, you can have companionship outside of sex, right?
Nah, that's friendship. That's all I can offer you.
No. I'm saying after you smash the conversation, like say y'all go out of town or something.
No, because usually it goes back to the first episode we talked about the whole money situation. Usually when women are so self-efficient.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You speaking for you. My bad.
Yeah.
You don't like chicks with money. My bad.
No. It ain't about the money. I'm saying usually when you more self-efficient and stuff like that, you tend to have more of a less tolerance of the BS. So any like red flag, like anything a dude might do that's considered fuckboy to them in any type of capacity, she's not going to entertain it. She's gonna block you quick. A woman like that will block you super fast. You have no chance right there, baby. Soon as you don't pick up the phone when she calls, oh man, you at home with some other woman. Block.
Well, I mean, it's in a woman's nature to want a man though, regardless what money she got. Right. You know
Absolutely.
that, right? So
absolutely.
So the biggest thing that bring outside of sex is that you gotta listen to that bullshit she talk about.
Right.
That's the biggest thing.
I'm talking about her now.
I'm just saying, you gotta listen to that bullshit.
I'm talking about her now. She said, "What?"
I know you gotta listen to that bullshit.
She said protection, all that stuff. That means she don't need you in no type of capacity.
But she has no one to listen to that bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
She talked to her.
The dog only listens so much for her to go to sleep too.
You thought her
yeah, but they don't care.
They don't care, but they gonna listen.
They going back to their man when they laugh about her.
The only thing that man can offer her is sex.
That ain't true.
That's all they make can offer her, bro.
I disagree.
That's all they make can
offer her. I want her to have all that. I'm not like you. Please have all that.
Right.
I'm tired of working.
Right.
I do all the other small stuff.
She's not gonna be ready to retire you.
Yes, she will.
No, she won't.
So
would you retire, man? Like if a man, like if you so efficient right now, and this man have nothing, would you want that man?
Nothing. Nah, see, Joe, you can't say nothing now. Now you pushing that.
You got pipe. That's all. Well, you said dick is key,
yeah,
right? You said dick is key.
Well, you got to get well, if you ain't got nothing, you can't show how good the dick is if you ain't got nothing. That's what that works.
It's illusion.
No. I'm saying, if you don't have nothing, you won't be bumping to her.
Yes, you will. No, you will.
No, you won't, Joe. I'm telling you.
There's a lot of dudes that's homeless nowadays that meet women all the time. You can be on social media.
I'm talking about her, a woman, her status.
You can meet a woman like her on social media because of the illusion. It's the illusion.
Everything she just named.
Yeah, you can meet a woman like
no way. No way.
Yes, you can.
No.
It's so many times of her.
You could meet me, but that's where it would go.
Right.
It would stop right there.
That's what I'm saying. But if she had a gala, a guy, what y'all call a gala, a guy we're all dressed up in black and one of them things, and I so happen to beat her, and with my friends, they gave me a tuxedo, get away with that. But just meet her at a quick trip and you broke, it ain't gonna happen.
I mean, what if you don't look broke?
You will look broke.
Now, what if you don't?
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Like, we will give it a number. If a dude making $10,000 a year, is that broke? Yes, right.
Of course.
We could see that's broke.
You make
but if she make $100,000 a year and I make 10, we got 110 now.
But it goes back to what I said before.
So that means she the breadwinner.
That's what go back to what I said before though. The original concept. A woman's not gonna want to do that. She's making dramatically.
If he fuck her right, she will. That's what I'm saying.
He ain't gonna get to that point.
I'm saying he will.
Okay, back to
I've been in that situation too, but I'm telling you.
I want to go here for just a second, if you'll allow me. That whole I don't need a man thing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm that bullshit.
So I was discussing this with a gentleman who does not believe what I'm about to say.
Okay.
That is a trauma response.
Sure is. Thank you. I've been saying that for years as a trauma response.
I agree.
So it comes from trauma.
Hey, mama.
The mama.
And the reason
it
comes from trauma, it comes from being hurt so much, and the lack of when you have depended on people for so many years, and they have let you down.
Educate these women. Educate these women.
It comes from,
preach on this Sunday.
It actually comes from self-talk.
Yeah.
Okay. It comes from it's okay.
Y'all better not turn the video off. Listen to this part.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got this. I got this. I don't need nobody. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it. Okay, it's okay. The lights getting ready to get turned off. It's okay. I'm gonna make this money. I'm gonna make it happen.
That's some real shit.
I don't need nobody.
Right.
I don't need nobody. I got it. You know how I know that? I've done it myself.
See, that's real right there.
That was real.
That's when women.
That was a testimony.
Kids,
that was a testimony.
I've gotten the notice that said that the lights were gonna get turned off.
Right.
My kids never saw that notice.
Right.
I've gotten the eviction notice.
Right.
My kids never were in the streets.
Right.
I made it happen.
That's true.
You know how I made it happen? We won't discuss that. I made it happen. I hustled, did whatever I had to
Before
do
you got
to
saved?
make it happen.
All right, why you saved?
While I was saved.
Oh, what I tell you, G?
It happened.
I just see where the story goes. I'm just waiting.
I didn't have to do nothing illegal.
Right.
That's good.
That's
It
good.
happened.
That's good. As a
You
woman, you
know,
should not be broke.
I opened the freezer and it was a pack of mixed vegetables only.
Yeah.
I had to go to the food stamp office
Yeah.
as a social worker that gave people food stamps. Okay,
Yeah.
I had to go get food stamps.
Right.
Sat up there and cried in the people snotted up in the people food stamps office.
It's
Right.
knotted up.
But you know what?
Yep.
Those people, the prayers that I prayed, which were for those, if I ever had to do that the people would treat me with the dignity and respect and compassion that I treated people, that I would get that back.
That's cheap.
Right? And I got it back. And
Okay.
all I could do was thank those people for treating me that way.
That's true.
And what did I do? Took them same food stamps and fed other people.
That's
The
deep.
extra that they gave me, I fed other people that needed
I
it.
felt that.
You know what I'm saying? So that was real. When I ran a group home for boys, guess what I did? Fed them with it.
Yep.
Even though they had food stamps, they didn't have enough. But I would bring my little fryer, and them boys ate shrimp scampi and roast and all that other
see, the
stuff.
thing
Them
is-
Every woman
boys
got
ate.
your heart though. You gotta keep
But-
that in mind though.
Huh?
A lot of women got your. Women don't have empathy for real. So a lot of women got your heart.
Only time people want
But-
to keep it 100 is once they in front of the camera, like you know how it
yeah.
is. Once they make
Put
their
on the
name
show.
for themselves,
But
they make their
going-
name for themselves.
But going back to that, that's where that comes from. That you develop that it's a defense mechanism.
Yep.
So I'm gonna push you away because if I let you in,
Right.
now I'm allowing you to see that vulnerability.
Right.
And vulnerability is scary.
You gotta have the Great
Because
Wall of China
now
up.
I'm allowing you into me, and
Right.
if you intimacy into me, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So
Seeing the
now
soul.
I'm letting you into me so that you can possibly hurt me.
Right.
So it's
Women
easier
crazy.
for me to say I don't need
Well,
you. It's
yeah.
easier for me to say to you I don't need you.
So I don't have to depend on you.
So that if I let you in and I let you I let myself depend on you.
Right.
Now you can hurt me.
Right. Or people
So-
use it against you.
It's
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
for me to now say
Yeah.
I don't need you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's a defense mechanism.
All right. No.
So I keep saying that to myself to convince myself that I don't need you.
That's deep.
Right?
That's very deep.
And it don't work.
It doesn't. And
does
it's
not
not a
work.
good thing.
Right.
because
It's not
we
a
were-
good thing. It's
It's
not.
not a
It's,
good thing
it's not a
because
good
we
thing.
were created
What's
to
the next one?
need you.
To work together.
We need you.
Yeah.
Our children need you.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
I'm super grateful. I tell my second son's dad all the time, even though, and people tell me all the time, you crazy to be friends with a person who physically, sexually, and emotionally abused you. But he was there for my children. He's an excellent father and grandfather to my children and grandchildren. So I have to separate
Yeah, I gotta scroll up for the other one.
the mate that he was from the father that he is.
That makes sense.
And it's it's easy to do for me because man, he helped me raise two excellent men.
There you go.
What's up?
So we got one last question before we wrap up.
What's the last question?
Alright, have y'all seen that video about that man failing to rob the nail salon?
Yeah, that shit was funny.
I didn't see it.
A
So he
dude
completely-
tried to rob a nail salon. Nobody moved. He can't cut everybody yelling. Get on the ground.
Hold on, put my glasses on because y'all know I can't
It's
see.
that clown shit.
Yeah. None of them chicks moved or nothing.
Shit's like stage, man.
You think it was staged?
Man, it should be staged for likes and views, bro.
I mean, he never pulled a gun out.
Thank you. Thank you. It's like it's
He
staged.
never pulled a gun out that one
Man,
time.
they be hiring people to do stuff like that.
That ain't the last question, is it?
Nah, I had a different question.
Oh, I'm finna say, cause
Last question I was gonna say was I'm gonna let her finish that part out.
Cause the one lady, he gonna tell her something, and she, I ain't got nothing. That's crazy.
Why you come in the nail salon trying to rob them knowing that what they just spent that money on getting their nails done? They got
Don't even get me
nothing
started
for
with
you.
that. With chicks paying $200 for
And
nails.
they not moving.
Right.
Nah, they didn't move nowhere.
Here go the last question I got for everybody before we wrap it up. Would you rather have job security in a job or make more money? Which
you
one
gotta
you
have
feel?
both.
Well, you want? Oh, no, you have to have option. It's on the option.
You gotta have both.
The
only reason why I say you gotta have both is because if you have the job security, meaning you putting in that work and everything, you know, you doing everything that you're supposed to and all of that, then I feel like the money should come behind it because you working hard, you earn it, you deserve it. So both of that play a part because then it's like motivating you more to to stay there long term and also put in that work, do that, pass for that extra percentage and go in that extra mile and everything.
Well, I say since I in business for myself, I would say the money. Because I already do the stock market stuff, whatever, so that helps out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's about being the money. Because when I did work like a Hebrew slave,
right.
For one, this is the first thing people understand. When you pay child support, you're really working backwards. You work for peanuts for real. Now, unless you got good money, unless you own this place, you just a regular little pawn in a chess game.
Yeah.
So it's times I have worked 150 hours and my check was 25 and walk away with $600. I did that several times. Motherfuckers be like, get a second job. They take it from that motherfucker too. So that don't even mean nothing. So it's best to have the money because then you can invest in whatever you want to invest into. So by me getting property for all my kids, so when I'm gone, they ain't got to go through what I went through. Mm-hmm. So I would take the money because having job security really don't mean shit. Because that means you secure your job. Well, who said they're going to give you a raise though? Who says that they're going to be beneficial? Instead of working nursing, if you work at a nursing home, you make more money than the hospital. Right. Hospital got more benefits. Right. Nursing home, you get more money because you work doubles. You get like a $5,000 check every 2 weeks if you want to. Real time. If you want to work the hours though, because she working the healthcare, she know how to go. If you put the hours in, but a regular 9 to 5 security job, man, the only thing they gonna say is like they don't keep giving you like a holiday bonus and the company picnic. Right. They pick you for the volleyball team. I did all that shit. Pick, bro. They give you a pen and a cup. You know what I'm saying? So I take the money.
I take job security. I think job security is king though, man. Without job security, you won't have nothing for real. I mean, you can always make money though.
Yeah.
I feel like with the job security, no matter what, these duckies coming in. Mm-hmm. You getting a raise, you getting this and that. But I feel like with the money, you can go out there and make more money, but you can work extra hard. Mm-hmm. Or they can let you go within a month of you leaving your job that you've been there for 10 years. Shit. And then you go there for a month and you do one bad thing there, and you go on now. Yeah. Now you lost a job that you've been there for 10 years.
It's a no hire state or something like that.
Yeah, it's a no hire. Yeah, they can fire you for no reason.
Missouri.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cause that's your boss. If he want to fire you because you're her, he could.
You really could.
He'd be like, hey, go home.
Yeah. That's why I said both job security and the money is both important.
But you can't have both. You can't have both ways though. Yeah. Only way you have both ways if you in the office with them when they talk about what they finna do.
Yeah.
Which what he do.
Yep.
No.
He a snitch. That's how he got.
I would take job security.
You take job security too? Why we say that?
Just because it has happened to me in this stupid state that they decided to,
let you go.
Furlough 4 days. Yep. 4 days, and they were like, this is not working out. How do you decide that in 4 days?
Yeah.
Like that here.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I said job security is everything more than money. You can always go make money, man. Nowadays, so many resources to go make money in this type of area. Man, you can Uber, you can do DoorDash. I mean, you
talking about legal.
I mean, you can still be a gigolo, man.
I'm talking about legal. See, hold on, I work in nursing, so if I go to work and I still have some blood pressure pills, Viagra, whatever, I'm the king on the streets, bro. Right. I don't need crack or weed to make money. Who told you? The most legal drugs in the world are more expensive than the bad drugs. Are you see, y'all don't work in nursing. Do you know how much AIDS medicine costs? Cancer medicine costs?
A lot.
Glaucoma drops. Do you know how much this shit costs?
A lot.
Man, if you got it at home to sell, boy, we about to be rich. See, you need something?
Right.
You got high blood pressure?
On that note, we will definitely end this episode. Thanks for tuning in to The
Void.
Void.
For joining us
Appreciate
today.
For having me. It was so much fun.
We definitely got to get you back on this show. I want to hear more stories like this before.
Yeah, I like the energy. I like that.
It was definitely a different change of breath.
I got a shirt come out that say post to cheat on it.
Right.
It's going to have a Facebook thing where, Facebook say what's on your mind. It's going to say post to cheat.
Right.
Yeah. And it's gonna be a dude cheating on this one girl walking by, he looking back. Like that. It's gonna be dope, man. I'm gonna get you one. What size you wear?
Your shirt is
Are you serious?
What size you wear, small?
I'm not gonna wear that shirt.
I just shirt for the show. That's all. Support your boy. Now we talk about black people. Now support each other. Okay, we'll wear the shirt then.
I'm not gonna wear that one.
But you got
shirt
support
is
me.
hilarious.
I support a different shirt. You got another shirt?
Yeah, I got another one.
I can't with
Not
that shirt
cheap.
he got on. I cannot with that shirt.
Of course I'm right. I'm
I
great.
cannot
I
with
got
that
it from
shirt.
Amazon too. I didn't get it made. Amazon made
I
it.
thought you got it made. That's
Amazon.
hilarious.
I cannot with that
Finish button.
shirt.
Oh my
Button at the
goodness.
bottom.
Tell us some. Of course I'm right. I'm
So then
great.
you gotta wait till it load up.
Oh my God, hilarious. We had quite a bit of people.
Yeah, a lot of people. They probably people wait for you to do that.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be posted for 30 days and it'll come down. So you want to go back and watch it? You just go back to your Facebook.
Your phone died.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of people.
Good job today, nigga.
I'm dead.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, I enjoyed it very much.
For like
I
5
think
minutes.
it's charged right here though. Actually.
It's a fast charge.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming.
Oh, no problem.
I got the